Astronauts grow chili peppers in outer space and enjoy space tacos. QAnon believers gathered in Dallas awaiting the return of dead JFK Jr., and jellyfish are attacking nuclear power plants all around the world. These are the weird stories for Wednesday on Weird AF News. They're all for your listening enjoyment. I'm your host, Jonesy. This is the only daily weird news podcast hosted by me, Jonesy. Astronauts grew chili peppers on the space station and then made themselves some space tacos. Oh, delightful. Space tacos. I wonder if they taste better than the tacos on Earth. This is a story I thought I would cover just to give us some insight into the lifestyle of an astronaut and whether or not we can enjoy the same things that we enjoy down here, because I'd imagine at some point we're all going to be living out in space. And I want to know I can have tacos. I want to know I can have pizza. I want to know that I can have a mint chip ice cream sundae. Outer space just got a little more delicious, it says here. Astronauts aboard the International Space Station had the pleasure of dining on some space tacos last weekend. Tacos topped with green chili that was actually grown on the space station. Hey, this is part of NASA's plant habitat investigation. They're trying to grow some plants in outer space. See how it works. This is very important. These are big steps in getting us off the planet. The scientists began growing hatch chili, which is a type of pepper found in New Mexico's Hatch Valley, aboard the ISS over the summer in an effort to understand more about plant microbe interactions in outer space. In addition, astronauts have grown some other crops, such as lettuce and radishes, and marijuana. Just kidding. I wish. They've grown these things in space before, but the peppers are more difficult to grow in space, did you know? Because they take a relatively long time to germinate and bear fruit. This is the first time NASA has grown peppers in outer space, and the astronauts finally got to enjoy the taste of these delights. This was on Friday, when they harvested the red and green peppers. Here's a quote from Megan, who's an astronaut. Megan's called it, "These were the best tacos I've ever had because they were made from these chilies that we grew. We grew them with care in outer space. And I like my tacos normally with beef. We had some rehydrated tomatoes and artichokes as well. But those chilies that we grew, oh, Friday feasting, baby." I guess life as an astronaut isn't so bad. I mean, you poop your pants all day, but at least you get to enjoy tacos and then poop your pants some more. The chili pepper experiment is part of a bid to expand the number of crops that astronauts can grow in space during future missions. Yeah. Here's a quote from Matt, who's an investigator for NASA's plant habitat experiment. "Well, the challenge is the ability to feed crews in low Earth orbit and then to sustain explorers during future missions beyond low Earth orbit to destinations including the moon and eventually to Mars. We're limited to crops that don't need storage or extensive processing. It looks like the astronauts may be able to snack on fresh green chili on future missions. Call it one giant bite for mankind." And it's the sound of science. Isn't that great? You're learning something, guys. And it's little experiments like this that make the idea of living outside of the Earth a little more appealing. But then we got to figure out this bathroom situation, though, especially if we're going to be dining on chilies. We're really going to need the bathroom situation to be fixed. Am I right? QAnon believers gathered in Texas to await the return of JFK Jr., who, in case you didn't know, is dead. Normally, I don't give press to QAnon because I don't like to support what I see as foolish ideologies. But I thought this one was very weird because of the choice of JFK Jr. Not even the original JFK. They're going with the Jr. I mean, wrap your head around that. So apparently the QAnon supporters, they all gathered in Dallas, Texas. This was on Monday in the anticipation of the return of JFK Jr., who they believe will not only come back, but announce a 2024 presidential run alongside Donald Trump, despite him being dead 22 years. Now, he's going to come back and run for president. The latest false and outlandish claim from this movement, they believe, in case you didn't know, the world is run by a cabal of satanic worshipping pedophiles. Photos were posted on Twitter. The crowd gathered at the AT&T Discovery District in downtown Dallas, and they were wearing T-shirts that said Trump/JFK Jr. 2024. Can't even. Holding signs, flags, the shirts that say Trump/JFK. Come on. Can you imagine working at the shirt printing place, getting this order? Hey, we got an order for 500 shirts that say Trump/JFK Jr. This can't be right. Oh, no, there are morons out there that will pay for this. According to the QAnon conspiracy, JFK Jr. is expected to emerge from 2 decades of hiding to be named vice president to Trump, who will become the king of kings. This is like the least interesting person you could have chose to come back and run with Trump. Why not Jim Morrison or Elvis or Amy Winehouse? Come on, guys. Get fun, QAnon. Get fun. You're so boring. In case you don't know, JF Kennedy Jr. was killed in 1999 at the age of 38 in a car crash off of Massachusetts, along with his wife, Carolyn Bessette Kenny, and her sister, Lauren Bessette. JFK Jr. is a popular figure with the QAnon movement. His death apparently has been used for conspiracy theories in the past. I didn't know this. And this isn't the first time that his resurrection has been predicted by QAnon either. In 2019, they believed he would return on July 4th, again, as Trump's running mate. I never heard any of this ludicrousness. Ludicrousness. Great word, Jonesy. Thank you. Let me pat myself on the back. Good job, buddy. QAnon has plenty of online supporters, unfortunately, because people in America are dumb. Dumb mofos all around me. Oh, boy. I mean, if I'm one of the smarter people in the culture, you got to, I mean, come on, guys. That's how dumb the majority of my fellow citizens are over here. QAnon. Only here could QAnon emerge. I wish they'd have more fun with it, though. Like, how about Jimi Hendrix coming back and running with Trump? Now, listen here, baby. And stop acting so crazy. Me and Trump 2024, baby. Oh, yeah. Fox here. You like podcasts? You're listening to my podcast. Maybe you thought to yourself, I'd like to make a podcast. Too difficult. No, not with Anchor. Anchor has free creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor distributes your podcast to Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. They have advertising integration, so you can even make a little money off your podcast. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your creation. Good luck with your life, man. Yay! Jellyfish keep attacking nuclear power plants. Jellyfish are continuing to clog the cooling pipes of nuclear power plants all around the world. I had no idea. There's a particular plant in Scotland which previously had to be shut down temporarily because of these jellyfish. They keep clogging the cooling intake pipes. The Torness nuclear power plant has reported concerns regarding jellyfish as far back as 2011. This has been going on for a decade. It was forced to shut down for nearly a week at an estimated cost of $1.5 million a day because of these free-swimming marine animals. Like many other seaside power plants, the Torness plant in Scotland uses seawater to prevent overheating of the plant. While there are measures in place to prevent aquatic wildlife from entering the intake pipes, according to the Bulletin of Atomic Sciences, there are no match for the sheer number of jellyfish that come during so-called jellyfish blooms. What are jellyfish blooms? Is that when a bunch of baby jellyfish appear? I'm learning, guys. So are you. Usually, screens prevent aquatic life and similar debris from being drawn into the power plant's cooling system via the pipes. But when sufficiently large volumes of jellyfish are pulled in, they block the screens, reducing the volume of water coming in and forcing the reactor to actually shut down. While the case in Scotland has once again spotlighted concerns regarding the jellyfish and potential power plant shutdowns, these concerns are far from new. In 2008, a swarm of jellyfish shut down a nuclear power plant in California, and 3 years later, the same occurred at a power plant in Japan. In 2017, the jellyfish clogged and shut down a power plant in Israel. It's crazy, these jellyfish just shutting down plants. Do you think they know something we don't? Like they're actively doing this? Now, in response to the jellyfish clogging epidemic in Scotland, they're going to be hiring a drone company to conduct some overhead altitude drone runs as an early warning system, which will allow the adjustment of water cooling mechanisms to protect both electricity generation and the environment. So I guess they're going to just see if the jellyfish are swarming. But also, I'd imagine you just know that there's a time of year that the jellyfish do this, and you can just kind of be proactive in preparation for that. We have a quote here from Angus, who's a marine biologist and has an amazing name. Any industry on the coast which uses seawater can find its operations very much complicated when seaweed or jellyfish blooms impact the protective systems. They can damage machinery, even stop power generation altogether, which could threaten stability of the electricity grid. An early warning system involving drones could allow industries and marine environments to act early and avoid the most dramatic effects that these events can bring about. Yes, well, I'm very happy to hear that, because I'm sure I rely on nuclear power, as most of you do as well, I'd imagine. I don't know how much nuclear power is contributing to the grid, but I'm sure it's substantial. And, I hope they just don't destroy the jellyfish in this whole process. I don't know what they're doing. I'd imagine they have contemplated, like, just killing a bunch of jellyfish, and I just don't want to see that. It's like, if you could somehow live with nature, this is what we should be doing, all right? Just learn to live with our environment. Let's not destroy our environment, guys. Guys. Anybody else high? Hey, now listen, baby. Stop acting so crazy. That's my Jimi Hendrix impression. How is it? It's pretty good, right? It's okay. For a short white boy, I feel like it's pretty good. I want to give love to everyone who sent me messages, like Scott on Instagram. Scott says, Jonesy, I have Weird AF News in my morning briefings on my Alexa right after my alarm goes off. And I also have you on during my commute. I really enjoy Weird AF News. I really like your approach to the articles that you speak about. I only wish you did something for the weekends. Well, maybe someday, Scott. But as of now, I kind of enjoy my weekends off. But thank you for being a huge supporter and fan of the show. I appreciate you so much. And I appreciate you writing me a message on Instagram. You guys can DM me and I'll answer. It's pretty cool. At Funny Jones. So shout out to Scott. And I hope you'll continue to listen, even on the weekends, buddy. You guys can also email me, funnyjones@gmail.com. Also, let's do one more shout out to this guy on Instagram, Felix the Nerd, who writes me and says, Jonesy, I'm from Kenya. Love the show. In Kenya, as you know, we have camel lattes. Hey! And he's referencing a past show that I did, or I should say segment, where I covered the camel latte, which is kind of all the rage in Kenya. I think this is my second listener from Kenya. Oh, he also writes, I love Florida Fridays the most. Great start to every weekend. I'm so pleased that I'm introducing people to the state of Florida that ordinarily really wouldn't be exposed to it. I imagine if you live in Kenya, how would you know about Florida and all the just the great stuff that's happening there? You probably wouldn't. You wouldn't know. So big shout out to Felix the Nerd. I think I have 2 listeners in Kenya. So exciting to me. Got some listeners all around the world. It's pretty cool. Not a lot, but they're out there. I also got people that called in, and I'm going to publish those phone calls after this. If you'd like to call in as well, 646-450-2012. And then lastly, I just want to show you the Patreon. I want to show it to you, the Patreon. Patreon.com/WeirdAFNews, and you can support the show. Go to WeirdAFNews.com and click on the Patreon banner. How about that? Give it a try. You'll love it. You will.
Hi, Jonesy. Happy Halloween. It's Maria in Miami, Florida. And I love those Florida Friday stories. They're crazy. And to let you know, owning a pit bull dog in Miami is illegal. They are banned. So how the heck were they having a dog show here? Oh, your stories are hilarious. I love it. Take care, Jonesy. Bye-bye.
Hey there, Jonesy. It's Michael calling from Iowa City. I heard you shout out to me on the show last night, and you also reached out to me personally, and I really appreciate that. It meant the world to me. Yes, I'm still here. I'm still listening to the show every day, and it's been a while since I've called the show. Not that long, but I've called from time to time, but it seems like you're not playing many call-ins from listeners lately. And that's my assumption, that you've just gotten so busy that you haven't had the time to play many call-ins at the end of the show, taking the time to add those to the end. I'm sure you still got people calling in, but I just assumed that you didn't have the time to add those on to the end anymore because you've been so busy. I was thrilled to hear that you got a contact from Jay in Sacramento. Hey there, Jay. How's it going? I hope you're listening, man. I haven't heard you call into the show and have Jonesy play your messages at the end of the show since the whole start of COVID. I thought maybe we lost you there, and I was quite concerned about that. I had Jonesy try to reach out to you personally if he had a way to do that, but I never heard anything back from that. But I was worried, so I was so pleased on yesterday's show to hear that you're alive and well and doing well. So anyway, I just wanted to check in with you, Jonesy, and let you know that I was doing fine and doing well, and I hope all the weirdos out there are chugging along and safe and healthy. And Angel, if you're out there, please get a hold of us and let us know that you're well. I'm still mourning the loss of James, but I hope you're still listening to the show. And if so, contact Jonesy. Give a call into the show and let him know that you're listening and that you're doing well. And all the other regular weirdos out there, contact Jonesy and let him know you're still out there. Seeking Plum and Hottie, miss you hearing from you too. Anyway, love you. Keep safe, everyone. Wear a mask and stay safe and healthy. This thing isn't over yet. That Delta virus will get you. So, love you all. Take care.
Jonesy, you rock and roller, you. What's happening, man? Just figured I'd say hi. You ready for some football? Oh, man, in a couple of weeks we'll be playing New England, doing a hillbilly stomping on your ass. Hopefully you're doing good. Hopefully all is well about everything. Just thought about you, figured I'd say hi. And when are you going to do an alligator story, man? I'm jonesing to hear about them alligators in Florida. You got to sing that alligator song, man. You know, hopefully all is well with you, and going to drink a cold beer and watch the football. Eat some chips or whatever you do. I don't know what you snack on. Maybe you're snacking on them Pop-Tarts. Yeah. All right, man. Have a good day. Hopefully all is well with you, and play some Iron Maiden for me, too, while you're at it. Play The Trooper or Fear of the Dark or whatever you listen to. All right? Maybe you can sing some Thin Lizzy or something. I don't know. I'm sure you can think of something. Hopefully all is well with you, brother. Talk to you later. Love you. Bye.